Hello, IBTCH Reacts, and this is Miss Charlene. Um, I've never watched Miss Charlene's channel. However, I was intrigued by the title. I waited my whole life to retire. Then this happened. It's only a 10-minute clip here, and I wanted to watch it, and I felt like maybe somebody else might want to watch it. So we're doing this. We're doing this. Yeah, let's go.
I waited my whole life to retire, and then this happened. Hi, you guys. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about a lot of the things that people just don't talk about in retirement. At least I haven't. Everything has always been great, hunky-dory, happy. But now I'm going to talk about the part that we're not prepared for, and that's the emotional part. And I know I hadn't experienced it yet, but I think I'm going through it right now, where I feel lost at times.
Let's talk about it. Okay.
I feel lonely, depressed, and it's a lot of emotions that go on when you realize that was it. I worked all those years and now this is what I get. And you know, you've heard it from people. Oh, just wait until you retire. You'll finally be free. You'll have all the time in the world. Yeah, all of those are true. But sometimes it's not the happy place that you want it to be. Because a lot of times no one tells you about the quiet part.
My neighbor hasn't been to a gas station in 4 months. I thought he was lying until he lent me his truck. A small device plugged into a truck cigarette lighter. 300 miles driven in 1 week, and the fuel gauge barely moved.
Where it's so quiet is deafening. I mean, there's times when that's what you want. You're looking for that quiet time, but then there's times when it's like, oh my God, this is too quiet. And I've been going through so many different emotions lately, and I'm just trying to figure out what is it. And I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone. There's so many things that we can do to fix our loneliness, stagnation, or whatever you want to call it. We can go volunteer. But that doesn't make me want to get out of the house. It's like for 30 or 40, 50 years, we had direction, we had schedule, we had something that got us going. And then one day, all the chaos that we've lived through, it just stops. It stops. Now, we wake up, we don't have a schedule. We don't know what to do. We just sit and wonder, what are we going to do today? If you're like me, your phone doesn't ring. I usually play games on my phone. My phone does not ring. Sometimes you don't even get dressed. You just stay in your pajamas all day because you're not going anywhere. What's the point of getting dressed? And like I said, it once felt like a vacation, but now it feels like you're missing out on something. Now I want you guys to watch this video to the end because it may sound like a sad sack story, but there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay,
and I want you guys to like this video, hype this video up, comment, and if you haven't,
I actually know quite a few people who are retired. And so just watching this makes me think about them and what they might be dealing with right now. Um, Being retired.
subscribe, go ahead and subscribe to the channel.
You probably know somebody as well. Not just me, but I'm sure you know someone as well who has retired, or even somebody who you might have retired and you're just watching this with me. Um, Comment down below and let us know in the chat, like what do you do to in your free time now, and all of that time that you have now, since you're not um working and busy all the time. Um, I'm just a little confused because when you have all that time, I would think that you would have planned out what you're going to do when you retire, which leads me to believe or wonder, like, is there an issue? Does she not have enough money to do things? Um, she said her phone does not ring. So does that mean that I mean, she mean a lot of things, but I don't know. It's just basically I just want to know what happened because I know you had to have a plan for after getting out of retirement. I mean, retiring. Why else would you retire if you didn't have a plan afterwards? I think that's too why some people end up going back to work after they retire. They hang out at home and they look up and they realize that not really all it's cracked up to be. She's realizing now. And they end up greeting at Walmart or some other part-time gig just to feel productive, just to still feel alive. Yeah, let's continue.
You start to feel lost.
Mm,
You look around
Listen to her
and you
breath.
think, what am I supposed to do now? Some days you stay in bed longer than you should.
You
You
can.
watch TV when it's really watching you. It's actually just the noise in the room. You're not even watching what's on television, you're just listening. To have something in your home to make noise. Loneliness in retirement is real.
What if you could claim a stake on what's set to be the biggest IPO ever, starting with just $500? Everybody's talking.
Just
And
let
people
you
try and
finish.
cover it up and act like it doesn't exist, but it does. I mean, I did that for a while, but I wasn't lonely. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I guess it was too many days and just me. Your coworkers disappeared the moment you stopped working. If you have children, they've gone on to live their life and have their family. They have
Facts.
schedules that don't include you. Friends you
Some
used
of
to
them.
talk with or meet up with, you don't do that anymore. The world just starts feeling like a really tiny, small place because the world becomes your home. That's what happens. And there are so many.
And then, I mean, by that time, I mean, your parents are gone. Like she's saying, your kids are out of the house. You're just there. My goodness. And she doesn't have any friends. That's so sad. I'm so sad.
Things that you can do to snap out of this, and I know it. I just haven't found those things that interest me to do. Volunteer, go find a part-time job, all of those things. But when your body is saying, I don't want to move. I'm in pain. That changes a lot for some people. You have to find ways to keep yourself occupied. Another untalked about truth in retirement is depression. Depression is real in retirement. People don't talk about depression in retirement because nobody wants to think about that. Depression exists in retirement. A lot of times it happens because you feel isolated, because you've isolated yourself. You've built a wall around yourself that you didn't even realize was there. And you might wonder, do I matter? Do I matter to anyone? And you do. You matter to yourself. You think, is this what the rest of my life is going to look like? The answer is no. You spent your life giving, going, sharing, and caring. You showed up when nobody else did. And now it feels like the world has just quietly moved on without you. I know that feeling. I really do. That feeling of being lost is real. Nobody needs you anymore. I understand that. But I'm
Miss
going to give you something that's
Charlene. Miss Charlene, she about to make me cry. Miss Charlene, come home to me, Charlene. Just play that. Just play that over and over and over. Get that Anthony Hamilton song, girl, respectfully. And just play it over and over and over again, girl. Just mm-mm-mm. I don't know. Let's continue.
important to remember, because I don't want you to feel like just because this is something other people go through, you have to stay in it. That life that you had before you retired, it took years to adjust to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now that you're in retirement, it's going to take you a while to adjust to not working. It's going to take you a while to adjust to not going to a job, to not being around a lot of people, to not having that title, that schedule. Now you have to rediscover the new you that does not have
I,
a job.
I love how she
That's no longer
transitions. That's cute. That's cute.
working. You retired. You've done your time, and now it's time for you to enjoy the fruit of your labor. But just remember, because you're feeling lost, depressed, or lonely, you're not alone. And it's not going to last. A lot of people feel this way and they don't want to admit it. I'm going to admit it. Sometimes I feel lonely. I feel lost. I feel depressed. And it's just a part of being human, I guess.
Right.
Being retired. Being alone. And what gets me through this is knowing that my new life is being created as I go through this process. This is not going to be the end of my life going through this. It's just a way of me acknowledging what I'm going through. And my new life is coming to be fulfilled. But I want you guys
That's
to
a good way to
share
look
your
at it.
experiences with retirement, the feelings of loneliness, depression, or just feeling lost. And maybe somebody else can read your story or read your comment and understand that they are not alone in the feelings that they are having. And that's what I want to bring to this channel is It's not always a happy place to be in retirement. Sometimes it's not. And I've finally gotten to that point where everything's not so great and everything's not so happy. But if you guys have enjoyed this video, if it's something that resonates with you, go ahead, like it, hype it up, share the video if you think it might help somebody else who may be in this lost phase of their life in retirement. And if you haven't been to this channel before, go ahead and subscribe and check out the rest of the videos I have.
You see him up there? You see them up there? Um, I'm not gonna get into those videos right now, but I would probably share them with other people who may need to see this and need to know that they're not alone in the feelings that they might have. And you could probably do the same if you know of anybody who is going through the same thing. Maybe you have communities out here for people who are going through this. They have, I understand what she's saying, where she's saying that volunteer groups will go back to do it part-time, but your body won't let you. Um, I understand that. Um, and so yeah, she's figuring out. I think what she's doing is great because she's figuring out a way to channel what she's feeling and to call on those who are in the same lane as her, lane as her. Um, and and it looks like she may be trying to build her a community. So there's nothing wrong with that. That is how I think she'll get through it. She'll be okay. Um, Plus, hopefully, people will make suggestions. And mm, it would be great if you had something to share that you could put in the comments down below as well. Well, that is the end of the video, you guys, and it's gonna be the end of this video. Comment, like, subscribe. Um, if you like commentary like this or reactions like this. I I didn't really react in this one, but yeah, it's got my mind a brewing. So that's that. And off to the next video. Um, you can come along with me if you like. I yeah. See this one here and this is IBTCH reacts. I'm out.